of Central Florida. The views and opinions of the following program is not necessarily those of WOKB, staff, and management of Unity Broadcasting.
Welcome to RealEstateCentralFlorida.com with Harry and Jaslyn Bing of Bing Home Advisory Group and Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, your radio realtor.
Hey, good morning, Central Florida, and welcome once again to RealEstateCentralFlorida.com, your one-stop shop for all of your real estate needs. Hey, we're here to educate, encourage, and enlighten you about real estate here in Central Florida. You know, with these rising rents, even though the mortgage rates has gone up, people are still buying houses. Yes, it's slowed up, no question about that at all. But the prepared people are still purchasing. The prepared people are still purchasing. And we're here to help you get prepared. If you decided that 2023 might need to be that year for you, we have some tips to help you out in that process. And don't forget now, we are the home of the Guaranteed Sale Program, where we will guarantee to sell your home at a price 100% acceptable to you, or we'll buy it back or pay the difference in cash. Say, for instance, you're a seller. Well, the rates have kind of been dipping down a little bit. We find you a home builder who has the right floor plan and will buy down your interest rates. Then you use us to sell your house, and we guarantee the price on your house. Or else we'll pay the difference in cash. Just that simple, people. So if you're a home seller, get out from under that stress, make that new move, and do it the right way with Bing Home Advisor Group at Your Home Sold. Guaranteed.
Man, happy holidays, Harry.
Yes, it is.
Man, you sounded like a preacher. I love that. Prepared people are still purchasing.
Yeah, they
I
are.
love that. I love that. That's real good. Harry, what's our success story for this week?
Oh, this success story right here is from a former client of mine. She's getting ready to relocate. So she had contacted us back about selling a house. When we met up with her, she had a few financial issues, so her cash flow wasn't as great as she really wanted to be. So when we got there, we noticed that the house needed some landscaping, needed some interior repairs because we walked the house and put together a pre-inspection checklist. Needed pressure washing on the outside, needed some painting. We just needed to get the house in shape. So I asked her, did she want me to come up with the funds, to put the funds up to get the house in shape so we can get top dollar for it? Well, when she told me what she wanted for the house, I immediately know, okay, I think I can get more than that for the house. Mm-hmm. I know I could get more than that. Mm-hmm. So we removed an old wooden deck in the backyard that was kind of falling apart so that the backyard could look more spacious. So after we got all of this work done to the house, including the painting and the pressure washing, pulling vines off of the side of the house and all of this kind of stuff, we had a professional photographer to come in to make sure it's done right. Okay? Then I had my VA to touch up a couple of the photos, kind of brighten them up, for instance, like the driveway and the appearances of it. Well, we put the house on the market. In 7 days, we sold it for $10,000 above asking price. And the reply that this seller gave me is, she says, "Your name is no joke." I say, wow. What do you mean? She said, "Your home sold guaranteed. You don't play with it, Mr. Bank." So she walked out with $10,000 more in her pocket. But the reason why is because she didn't fight against us. See, sometimes I come across a seller and he's intent on doing it his way. It's the first house or the second house he's ever sold. But he's the expert. And I'm saying, no, we need to do this. We need to do this. Well, she didn't fight at all. Every recommendation that we gave, she took it. We explained it to her. She saw the rationale with it. She ran with it, and she wound up with $10,000 more in her pocket.
Man, what a success
So if you're
story.
looking to be there, there are over 16,000 realtors in Central Florida. But if you're looking for a realtor that's going to work with you with your interests and integrity and our upfront program to cover your expenses and repairs, just give us a call at 407-654-2626. 407-654-2626.
Man, Harry, it's the holidays, so we could be a little candid this morning. We know that being a realtor can be frustrating. What do you all really want to say sometimes?
Oh man.
Help us out.
Sometimes
Help us out.
Okay, I'm not gonna be.
Help us out, Harry.
I'm just gonna be frank. Once you start working with a realtor, whether it's us or anybody else, don't start working with somebody else. Disconnect before you start with somebody else. In other words, if you're working with one realtor and you got another realtor you want to work with, then have a conversation with the first realtor. Man up, had a conversation yourself, okay? And go ahead and let that realtor go and start with the next realtor. I've been at this for so long. I've been on both sides of that. You see what I mean? That's like family members are notorious because they put so much pressure on a buyer or seller that the family puts so much pressure on. How could you sell your house and not use your niece? How could you sell your house and not? Well, the niece ain't sold a house yet. She just got a license. How could you do this? So that's one.
Yes, sir.
Another one is, if you're a seller, make it easy to sell your home. Don't be fighting me on everything. Follow my professional recommendations. Another one is, sometimes I want to tell you your expectations are unreasonable. Okay? They're just unreasonable. You qualify for $1,100 a month, and then you tell me you only want your payment at $900. That's unreasonable in today's market. Then you come back and you tell me, well, I don't even want to do Lake County. I got to stay here in Orlando. I'll say you just being unreasonable. And sometimes sometimes it's important to get them to understand that we aren't experts in everything. Like, I can't tell you if your house is up to code.
And these are things that you would want to say. That you want to say.
I actually say to my people sometimes.
Okay.
But sometimes I come up across people that I know as we as realtors, these are the things that when we got our heads together, we round table talking, this is what you hear coming up. You know, like they think I'm a home inspector. No, we're not a home inspector. We don't know if your house is on the code. We don't know what it's going to cost for you to remodel your kitchen and your bathroom. We don't know your flavor. We don't know who the contractor you're going to use. We don't know how you plan on doing it. So, no, we don't know. Now, can we give you a ballpark figure on what range we've seen? Yes. But don't expect us to be like an engineer, an architect, a home inspector, and a designer. We're not those things. And another one is stop lowballing just because. Just because you can write a lowball offer don't mean you should write a lowball offer. Okay, inventory is still tight. Even though it's up, it's still low. Okay? So that don't mean you could just write a lowball offer just because you can. And finally, don't say you're motivated by it if you're not. If you ain't motivated, just say it. That I'm really not motivated right now. And I work with both buyers. I work with people who are not motivated, that they're looking for the perfect gem in the perfect situation. And I understand that. But don't tell somebody you motivated and then I get up, our agent gets up at 8 o'clock in the morning, starts doing his research, finds a house that fits all of your non-negotiables, all 17 of them. And then you turn around and say, well, I can't go until January the 7th to go see the house. You ain't motivated. You're not motivated. You're something else, but you're not motivated. So those are just a few of the things we really want to tell them.
Okay.
To get your expectations reasonable.
Okay.
Realize we're not experts in everything.
Mm-hmm.
Don't cheat on us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Right.
And if you're a seller, make it easy to sell your home.
This is good stuff. Harry, good question next. How do I make my offer stick?
Oh, well, first, you want to make sure that you're working with the right real estate agent, because if you're not, they're not going to know how to write your offer. They're not going to know how to get the information from the other agent to write an offer that's going to work for you. Number 2, make sure your offer is first. In this market, because it's low, you want to get your offer in first. And this is what you want to do. You want to get your offer in first, and you want to have your agent to talk to the other agent and say, since my offer is first, okay, I'm about to give you one of my big secrets right here.
Okay.
Since my offer is first, will you allow me to counter the best offer?
Makes sense to me.
As a courtesy, would you allow me to counter your best offer since my offer is first, as a courtesy? Sometimes they'll say yeah. Sometimes they'll say no. You know, because it's actually up to the seller.
Uh-huh.
But that's a biggie. Some people say go without an inspection. I don't go for that right there. You know, to try to make your offer stick.
Right.
I don't agree with that right there. But you just let the sellers know that I'm not looking for cosmetic stuff. You see what I mean? I'm only looking for serious stuff. As long as my AC, my plumbing, my roof, and my electrical okay, I'm good to roll. I don't care if the stove ain't working, if the refrigerator's on the blank. That don't matter to me. Okay? That kind of stuff don't matter to me. Hot water heater leaking, that don't even matter to me. But I want my roof, my plumbing, my wiring, that stuff okay. Another thing you could do to make your offer stick is sometimes you have to up your budget a little bit. You know, you keep looking in a lower price range, you can't find a house with a condition that's going to work with the program. Sometimes you just need to up your budget a little bit. And watch out for the contingencies. Keep your offer what we call clean. Okay? Don't be asking them to leave this, to leave the riding lawnmower. I mean, you be surprised. Are they going to leave the trampoline outside for the kids? Okay? Will you pay my closing costs? Okay. You have all kind of stuff. We even had one, but this one actually worked out. The gentleman that was selling the house, we were working with the seller, had a car in the garage, you know, and these people were from out of state, and they actually asked me to find out did he want to sell a car, and he said, yeah, I want to sell a car. Said we want to include it in the deal so we can get the tax benefits. So we actually included the car in the deal. But if that was an exception, and I've been at this 27 years, and that only happened once. But you want to keep your offer simple. That's it. Keep your offer simple. Don't be asking, is that going to stay? Can this stay? Can that stay? Let them people take everything they want out of the house. You want the house. You weren't buying curtains. You weren't buying drapers. You weren't buying refrigerator and stove. You were buying a house. You got me, people? You're buying a house. You wasn't buying all of that stuff. Is the little fountain outside going to stay with the dolphin? You weren't buying a fountain. Okay. Hey, I'm Harry Bain, your radio realtor. Feel free to give me a call, 407-654-2626, 407-654-2626, or visit us at realestatecentralflorida.com. That's realestatecentralflorida.com.
Each and every Friday, get on the road to home ownership with realestatecentralflorida.com. Harry Being, a Being Home Advisory Group with your home sold guaranteed realty, your radio realtor. You can catch Harry here at the office before he leaves, 407-894-1680, 407-894-1680, or get in touch with him at 407-654-2626. That's 407-654-2626. Join us again next